Welcome back to a new video. So in this video, it's week 6 of starting Ecom, and I'm going to go over some updates with my brand that I started and just where I am with other products that I might be starting as well. So in the last video, I was testing a new offer for my first brand that I started, and it didn't really get the best results. It made the overall ad campaigns unprofitable. So after leaving it for 2 days, I decided I was going to turn that second test offer off and just leave it for a few days with the original campaign that was on. So after this, I left it for a few days at a £30 campaign, and on the Monday I had my second highest revenue day with only £30 in ad spend. So I was pretty happy with that, and then I increased the budget to £37 because I didn't want to increase it too much. And then on Tuesday it was £10 unprofitable. Wednesday it was unprofitable again. So I was starting to think it's really strange how it only seems to be profitable at £30. And I was thinking, is the audience just really small that wants to buy the product? But then when you look at the whole audience size of Meta, that's pretty crazy to think. I think I was just not leaving it long enough for it to optimize and get shown to the new customers. So that's kind of the update I have that I last wrote down after I did the last video. And to be honest, in the past 2 weeks, I haven't really been writing down the specific different milestones that I've been hitting. So I'm going to talk about some of the bigger challenges I've had to overcome since doing it. So I had a few issues with my agent. So they were really slow shipping out orders, and obviously as it's come to Christmas, people are really wanting their orders quickly. And he kept changing the pricing, telling me that the unit price for each item was slightly different, and then kept changing it. So I was getting really frustrated with slow shipping and just constantly telling me different prices. So I reached out to a different agent in China who I'd previously worked with one of my Etsy stores when I did Etsy dropshipping. And I reached out to them, and they gave me quotes for the products about £1 cheaper per product, and with using them so far, they've been a lot faster at shipping. So even though it's only an extra £1 profit per unit, when people order 2 or 3 units, it ends up being a few more pounds, and it's just extra profit for not really doing anything else, so that's quite good. The next thing I did was try and test a new campaign with different kind of creatives. So the creatives I'm using at the moment are I think they're about 7 or 8 seconds long, music in the background, just showing the product. So I thought, why not try some AI voiceovers? So these videos were about 20 seconds long, and they talked a bit about what the product was, why it's unique compared to other similar items. But these campaigns with these creatives just did not work at all. They got barely any sales, terrible statistics when looking at the analytics on Facebook Ads Manager. So I decided to stop this after 3 days and just go back to the first campaign. So while I was testing this other campaign, the first campaign was still profitable. So I decided to increase the ad spend, but then just leave it no matter what, and just let it optimize and increase, get used to the new ad spend. As I think in the past when I had done this, I'd kind of not left it long enough for Facebook to test new audiences, and then I got a bit scared that it was spending money and then not getting any sales, and I just turned it back to what it was. So then in the past week, I've gone from £70 a day ad spend to £200 a day in ad spend across 2 campaigns, and in the last week I've been profitable every day. And we've been using a rule where if we're 20% profitable, then we increase the budget by 20%. And this is just something that's worked for us. I don't know if it's a good rule for anybody else, but yeah. So now we have the original UK campaign, and we also duplicated this to the US, which the first 2 days, it wasn't really profitable. But then since then, we've seen more consistent sales come through that way, which is good because obviously that is just a huge market that we can expand into. So it's been crazy as we've been hitting some pretty good days, which if you told me 6 weeks ago that I was hitting, I would be completely surprised. So yesterday was our record day of £500 revenue, and we still managed to keep a 20% profit margin, which I'm pretty impressed with. Today is about £350, and there's still a few hours of the day left, but the ad spend has spent quite a lot of its budget today, so I don't know whether we've got enough ad spend left to kind of bring in the amount of sales we'd need to do a new record. But you never know. People might be buying on a Friday night and get the rest of the sales through, which would be nice for another record day. So the only issue now is, as we're coming closer to Christmas, I would say I'm sourcing these products directly from China, so shipping I think yesterday was the last day where we kind of guaranteed Christmas shipping. So now, hopefully, the agents can get them shipped quick enough for people to get in time for Christmas, or hopefully people don't mind the Christmas present being a few days late. Because I always enjoy it when you get a few extra surprise gifts that didn't arrive on time. The one thing I keep thinking of is it's really frustrating to think what would have happened if I just didn't procrastinate and I started a month or two earlier. You know, if we'd scaled to this point at the start of November, or even last week, 2 weeks ago, we could have been hitting some crazy days, I think. Just because we hit £500 yesterday, I think there's no reason that we couldn't hit 1 to 2k days, which is just crazy to think that I only started 6 weeks ago. But one thing I'm really interested in is, obviously, as we come over Christmas, the next kind of event which I think the product will be good for is Valentine's Day. And it's a very giftable product, and I do think that it will be very popular for gifting on Valentine's Day. So I think the plan will be, once Christmas is over, we will launch some new campaigns, change the website slightly to be more Valentine's focused, and hopefully we can make some good money around that time. So with this brand, everything is pretty much set up. I've got the fulfillment set up, and the only thing that we kind of do is customer service, which there isn't a lot of at the moment. Keep managing and maintaining the ads, but we're pretty much just checking the data every day and then increasing or decreasing the budget if we need to. And then making sure that the fulfillment is running smoothly, making sure orders are getting tracking numbers put in, and making sure there's no orders forgotten about and stuff like that. So because everything is pretty much set up with this brand, it doesn't take too much time to manage it every day. So with my friend and business partner, we have been looking at starting some new brands. So we've built websites for these 2 new products that we want to launch, and we've just had a few issues with the creatives. So one of the products, we paid for somebody to make some creatives for us, just because it would be a lot easier, and we thought we'd get a lot better results if that was the case. But then when it came to setting up the campaign, the ads got rejected, and then the ad account got suspended. So we don't know quite what went wrong there. Them creatives are getting changed, so hopefully they follow the rules, and in the meantime we're just going to warm up a new ad account, and hopefully if we come to next week and want to launch, then hopefully that goes to plan. And pretty much the same thing with the other product. We think that we used some wording like super good and stuff like that in the creatives, which we think got them creatives not approved, and then also that ad account suspended. So not the best that we've got 2 ad accounts suspended, but obviously we only started 6 weeks ago, and I feel like everything is just a bit of a learning experience. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to launching them. But the issue I also think is it's an awkward time of the year to launch new brands, especially if they're giftable, because if they're giftable, they're not going to get delivered in time for Christmas. And if they're not giftable, are people really buying them? Are they going to be in that high demand, because are people just not using the money they have to buy gifts for other people? So I suppose maybe it's only the people who kind of have got enough money to not worry about Christmas presents and stuff, not worry about money that they can buy these items. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the update. I'm definitely going to make more videos like this because I just enjoy documenting it for me. I know that it'll be really valuable to look back and kind of see these videos and yeah, just see how far I've come, hopefully, because now I just believe that it's just a matter of time before I make a ton of money with Ecom. I feel like I've got all the basic knowledge that I need, and then the rest will just be learning on the way. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in keeping documenting this journey and just seeing how it goes. Hopefully once the brands are a bit bigger, we can kind of reveal the products that they are and give a bit more insight into how I have done what I've done. So yeah, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, ask any questions in the comments, and yeah, subscribe to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching.